Clouds of tear gas fill the streets of the Kenyan capital as riot police attempt to disperse protesters in Nairobi. Now spreading beyond the capital, hundreds of demonstrators march through cities across the country to rally against the government's plans to raise $2.7 billion through tax hikes on vital items. Their message, no to economic dictatorship, as they called for lawmakers to drop the controversial finance bill.
And you can see they're throwing tear gases, and we're holding nothing. So that just shows you how crazy they are.
We as the Gen Z, we want to determine how our future will be ruled by we ourselves, the Gen Z. We are not here ready to be manipulated by the so-called President of the Republic of Kenya.
What began as a social media trend online has morphed into revolts on the streets. This new generation of young Kenyan protesters, many demonstrating for the first time, has forced the government to back down on some of the unpopular tax proposals earlier this week.
We have listened to the view of Kenyans, and we are all in agreement that there are two things that we must do. One of them is that we need to protect Kenyans from increased cost of living, and therefore the proposed 16% VAT on bread has been dropped.
But activists say the U-turn doesn't go far enough and have vowed to continue with the protests all over the country until the bill is dropped altogether.
I'm not impressed because it is not removed. They're just trying to lie to us. The ones that they remove the bread, they have added in other places. So it does not make sense. They have not removed anything. They're just doing a blindfold to us.
With hundreds of arrests, including an organizer of the protests, and with violent clashes with anti-riot police on horseback, continue on the streets. When not on the streets, they mobilize online under the hashtag Occupy Parliament and Reject Finance Bill 2024. With a vote imminent, protests are likely to intensify as more young people gather to voice their anger over what they call the fight for their future. Shadia Edwards-Dashti, TRT World.